as a business owner, I think it's really important to understand what are the pros and cons of different options you have available within your finance team, especially from a leadership perspective. Now looking at the outsourced CFO and the pros and the cons there. Now the first one is the investment cost itself. There's probably a degree of a capped cost or an agreed upon cost, or at least an understanding of what that investment is. And the practicality is because it's outsourced, it's highly unlikely to be the same cost or more than what it would be to have an internal CFO. So there's financial savings there, number one. Number two is they are seeing a diverse bunch of clients, most likely. So they can take ideas, experiences that they've had at other places, rather than just being, I suppose, siloed in a single business. So they might be working in a manufacturing business and go, oh, that worked really well over there. I could use this at another place. Now, the assumption is they're not working for a competitor and there's no ethical problems there, but they're taking an idea that they've applied somewhere and can apply it in your business, and also conversely, know that something might not have worked in the past and not have to have your business go through that same pain. And the other one is they should be motivated. Because they're a consultant, because they're an advisor, there should be no sort of long-term fixed agreement or commitment on your part as a business owner. So they're motivated to continually provide value and high quality work because of the fact that if they don't do it, they're out the door a heck of a lot easier than what it is to get rid of an employee. So they're the main pros of an outsourced CFO. In terms of cons, the first thing is, yes, you are not their only client, or it's very unlikely you are not their only client. So yeah, there might be times where you can't get the person as easily. They're not going to respond as quickly as it is if someone who might be in the next office next to you, or a phone call where you know that 9 times out of 10, they're going to pick up that phone. The second one is, do they know your industry well enough? Do they know the lingo? And yes, there's a lot of financial information that is very consistent in nature. Whether you're doing haircuts or whether you're selling cars, it doesn't matter. But also, do you understand the lingo of that industry? And the other one is feeling like you're always on the clock. We do it here, we charge by the hour, and that is because of how our business model works, to be fair to our clients and also to be fair to ourselves. But it does lead to conversations at times where you have meetings with people and go, look, I'm off the clock now. Let's have a conversation about how was the football, how's the weather, what's going on in the world, and letting them know, hey, look, I'm not charging for this time. But there is also that feeling of I'm always on the clock. And the last element is they're not always there, so they can't always push your team. So as I was saying before, with an internal CFO, one of the pros is they're there all the time to push the team. An outsourced CFO doesn't have that same benefit of being there all the time to push your team. They could potentially smile, i.e. your team, could smile at the idea and know that that person's going to be gone very soon.